Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. I'm Dr. Kenton. I'm fully dressed, but today's Friday, April 11, 2025. In the cup today is Counterculture Big Trouble with Coffeemate. It's delicious. The reason I'm fully dressed like this is that well, I woke up, took Winston outside. It's raining, so he did his minimum. And then back inside, I just had some dates for breakfast, cup of coffee. I came upstairs and did my normal, sort of quasi normal routine where I did devotional, and the devotional set me down a rabbit trail. I wound up having, well, finding some old articles that I had read many years ago, and I discovered they weren't in my Zotero collection, so I put them in there. And, making sure that they're entered in correctly takes a little time. It's now 8:30. I would have recorded this about 45 minutes ago, but when you get the motivation to do the work, you do the work. Um, Mentioned the coffee. Today's Friday. Friday's ordinarily a day when I do some admin stuff, but I think today is going to be a little different than that. I have an appointment in about, I don't know, 12:45, 4 hours or so from now. The An engineer or a tech support guy, senior tech support guy. I don't remember his exact title from Apple is going to be calling me back. The work laptop that I use developed a problem doing search in Calendar and in Apple Notes, and those are two key utilities that I use. And so, yeah, we went through a pretty lengthy list of things to try to fix, and he said needs to involve some engineers now, and so the last bit that we can do, he and I, before that, well, the last bit that we need to do to generate the data the engineers need to be able to solve or help solve the problem or investigate the problem is to figure out. We need to. I imagine there's going to be some um, when I was working with Android more closely, they used to want us to do bug reports, and you could induce your phone to generate one. Let's say there's an error happening. Like at that time, it was switching between major phone vendors. At the time, it was something like I think Sprint, U.S. Cellular, and T-Mobile. Sprint used this technology called CDMA, and T-Mobile used GSM, and they used different radios. And so it was when there was an error condition that prevented the easy switching, they needed to track down the nature of it. And so you generate a bug report. It's a couple megabyte file that has the status of switches and states and so forth. And to get your phone into the proper configuration to generate the bug report they wanted, you had to do things. And so, talking to somebody on the phone for an hour or so to configure the thing to generate the error report you wanted, that's stuff I've done before. So, he's supposed to call me back at 12:45, about 4 hours from now. That's what I got on my calendar. I also probably need to go to the hardware store where I have been getting the heating pellets for my stove. The primary heat source for the main part of the house is a wood pellet stove. And I'm down to one bag left, and it's 11th of April now. You'd think that the average ambient temperature would be a little higher than it is, but it's not. You can't. Anyway, So I got a couple of things on my plate to do today. We'll see how it goes. Uh, so Friday, if you celebrate. Um, but more, more than anything else, capitalize on your opportunities. Jump when the iron is hot, or whatever the phrase is. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. If you get your students or learners motivated to go, don't make them wait. Okay, that's pretty much all I got. Love you, bye.